That very interesting. Thanks for kind of just sharing a little bit of the playbook as it's, as it relates to commercial office space leasing. Can we just touch upon the 12 to 13% a little bit, and is that a blended rate in your mind?
Yeah, you can certainly bifurcate that 12 to 13% number, because in the suburbs you've got less vacancy than you do in the CBDs.
CBD
being the downtowns.
Okay.
Albany, Schenectady, Troy. I mean, Albany, much bigger downtown office market than Schenectady or Troy. Interestingly, Troy, has got such a small office market. There's not a lot of vacancy there. Albany, I can't remember what the figure was that was quoted, but I think it was high teens to the low 20s on a vacancy. And there have been large blue chip names that have decided, after being in Albany for decades, to move to the burbs.
Sure.
A real challenge for downtown. Right. And that's impacting the retail, the restaurants that survive on the lunch and dinner traffic.
Sure.
So.
And I'm sure as you focus in downtown Albany, you've kind of seen that shift. The daily commute numbers have decreased significantly during COVID and post-COVID. They haven't returned to anything close to what they were prior to COVID.
Well, there's also the percentage of workers showing up on a daily basis.
Right.
I actually do an annual, not completely comprehensive by any stretch, but an annual inventory of cars parked in suburban office parking lots. And 2 years ago, the average, and it wasn't every office park out there, but a pretty good smattering, was around 27% utilization of the parking lots. And if you want to get in the weeds, most of these buildings were built with 4.5 spaces per 1,000 feet. So what I did was I took cars in the lots, and from the size of the building, extrapolated to how many parking spaces there likely are there. 27% 2 years ago. That has inched up to the low 30s now. I redid that a couple of weeks ago. And where you see some differentiation is, say, medical. Buildings with medical practices, medical office buildings, they've got patients coming in and out. And those occupancy rates are physical occupancy, 50 to 60%. But where it's straight office, you're in the 30s. And so that's, impacting those office tenants when their leases come up for renewal and they wonder, do I really need all of this footage? Okay. Let me shop the market.
So Felton, very interesting study. One thing to track vacancy, another thing to track parking. I don't know if there are too many practitioners doing that, and great unique aspect and perspective of the marketplace.